Hey everybody, and welcome back to Crypto Kings. My name is Matt and we have a lot to talk about in today's video, including an Amazon bombshell about Shiba Inu, which I'm really excited about. So if you guys are new, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and I'll get right into it for you guys. So as you guys can see here on the screen, this is from Shiba Inu Art, who is a very big Shiba Inu source on Twitter, a very big fan, and it's actually followed here by Shytoshi, which is absolutely awesome. And as you guys can see here, they said, well, this would be massive. Amazon considering to accept Shiba Inu as legal payment in 2022, says Insider. This would be a dream. And then, as you guys can see here, it links to this article here, the International Business Times. Again, I can't comment on the validity or whatnot of this source, but again, when really tracing this, you have obviously the International Business Times right here, which is verified on Twitter. This Shiba Inu project, supporter here, of course, is pretty big with 18,000 followers, and is obviously followed by one of the lead Shiba Inu guys, Shytoshi. So that does give us a little bit of credibility here. So as you guys can see here, Jeff Bezos has reportedly directed Amazon to accept cryptocurrencies as legal payment, and industry insiders claim the e-commerce giant would start adopting a new form of transaction as early as 2022. I've talked about this with you guys in some previous videos. However, it was leaked that Amazon is considering to accept Bitcoin and other popular coins as payment. An industry insider claims Amazon, however, is not looking as much at Bitcoin, but considering to accept Shiba Inu as a legal form of transaction. And then, as you guys can see here, when we scroll down, they, of course, started a petition, addressing Jeff Bezos, claiming it's a technical innovation, could benefit millions around the world. And here's a tweet here from Dell Crypto. Amazon denies plans to accept Bitcoin. This is in line with my sources who say Amazon is currently investigating several projects with plans to accept crypto payments from at least two cryptos in 2022. And as you guys can see, the rumored payments here are SHIB, AMP, Matic, and Hawk. So all around, this is pretty big, man. This is pretty big. Again, I can't guarantee 100% that this is 100% factual, but I mean, there are a lot of different sources. I mean, this got 1.1 thousand likes. This looks like a pretty big source here. I mean, this is a lot of people here who have been talking about this. And again, obviously, this Shiba Inu art page, doesn't seem to be a complete joke. Obviously, with 18,000 followers and being followed by Shytoshi, which is absolutely awesome. And then there's some skepticism here in the replies. There's no way one of the biggest companies in the world is going to partner with a crypto that's been out for a year, has its own network, yada yada. And someone says there is a way. What if the people behind SHIB have been associated with Amazon all along? I've suspected a SHIB ETH connection and an ETH Amazon connection, so I get where you're coming from. So a lot of different rumors going around here, man. A lot to talk about. I really am interested to hear what you guys have to say on this, man. Because this is pretty big stuff. Also, what is pretty big stuff is if you guys are interested in trading some stocks on Webull, link down below in the description for it. Only today. There actually ends on the 2nd of August right now. You guys can get 2 free stocks valued up to $2,300 if you sign up to Webull using my affiliate link down below in the description. Who doesn't love some free money? Anyways, fellas, this is pretty big stuff. And obviously, this is the current price of Shiba Inu here on the day. And, I get a lot of comments, and I wanted to address a concern that some people have, at least in my personal opinion. Now, obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, but this is my personal opinion here. Why has the price not changed very much? Again, you guys have to realize that even though it is 0.000006, there are still people who own millions and billions of this currency. I mean, this really, if this goes up, from 6.3 to 7.3, that's a very big jump, even though it might not look that way on paper. Same thing with Ethereum, man. And again, this follows Ethereum very close. I say this almost every video because it is so true. As you guys can see, Ethereum here is slightly down on the day, not down an awful lot, but slightly down here on the day. And SHIB is pretty much always soon to follow. They really do have a similar trajectory. So, in regards to the reason I believe why this price isn't changing all that much, it's just really waiting for Ethereum to take off. It's waiting for Bitcoin and Ethereum to do their thing, and obviously I do believe that SHIB will follow. As of course, Ethereum kind of loosely follows Bitcoin. It's not quite as tight of a link as it used to be in the past, but as you guys can see, Bitcoin is down a little bit on the day as well, following, that sort of downtrend below 40,000, which could have been expected. 40,000 really was kind of a peak for the time being, and I knew that that would be a major period of resistance and that the high 30s would serve as a support for the near future. So that's what's going on with that, and that is, at least to me, why I believe Ethereum is not going up as rapidly as it should, and why SHIB obviously is not performing quite as well. When we take a look here at TradingView, you guys can see here we have a couple of little surges, and some of these did have explanations behind them. Obviously, most of the time it was when Ethereum was doing well, but we have a couple of surges here. One surging up to 6.5, up to 6.7, and again, on a percentile wise, some of these jumps are actually pretty big. But, we got a lot of this, this eToro kind of jazz. I think this was the eToro line right here. We got a lot of eToro love at different periods of time here. And, again, we also have a nice little surge here. But, again, the goal, man, is to watch this eventually break past that 6-1 line, which I've talked about in my previous videos. I think I talked about this in my last video as well. This 6-1 line, when you really zoom out, is essentially the bottom, at least for the time being. As long as nothing overly tragic happens, I don't really see us venturing down to 5.7 again for the foreseeable future. So as you guys can see, of course, 6.1 for the time being, when you zoom out and really look at the big picture, appears to be the temporary bottom. So that's not all that bad. Like I've said, compared to where we were in the past a little bit, 5.7 obviously is an awful lot worse, and you could really find some scarier stats as well when you look a little bit further back. Here's 5.4, here 5.5. So there were a lot of periods which were a little bit more devastating than that. So all around, definitely not something I would be particularly worried about at the very moment. Again, I think the 6.1 line is going to be where it sustains itself here for the near future. Now, the question is here over the next 24 hours, of course, where is this little period of consolidation going to go? As you guys can see, it looks like, if we were to give a rough estimate here, between 6.4 and between like 6.2, it's kind of consolidating here. And the question is, will this lead to a breakout, or will it continue to go down and possibly test this 6.1 line? Of course, I don't want it to do that, but of course, if we were to look at the little something like a moving average here, obviously it really is just kind of hurtling down. So the question is, what is going to happen to future candles here? That is what I am sort of concerned about now. Is it going to continue to trace down? And if so, you could run the risk of testing that 6.1 line. If it, of course, happens to push itself further up, then you have a higher chance, of course, of it breaking out and finally establishing a new line, of course, of support. And, again, this 6.1 is probably the most conservative estimate right now at the moment. But, really, if you wanted to, you could say over the past few days, well, it's been at roughly maybe 6.1.5, or maybe even 6.2 if you wanted to be a little bit more aggressive with your estimates. So the question is, which line of support will it actually be? If we take a look at the relative strength index, which I always do, you guys can see at one point, I guess it is a little bit overbought, which is understandable. And right now, of course, it is still hanging out in there, not overbought or not oversold all around, which is pretty good. I am curious as to what the RSI says about Bitcoin here. I'm going to refresh and show you guys here my thoughts right now on this for Bitcoin, because, Bitcoin for a long time there, man, Bitcoin for a long time was actually considered to be underbought while it was at 40. Yeah, this is what I like to see. This is excellent. So as you guys can see from the RSI, it's only at 50 right now while it's slightly above 40. So if it pushed up to, above 40, 41, 42 or whatnot, the relative strength index is determining that the market would be able to handle that. So, obviously it could go up a little bit more here to 70, which would probably be, 41,000, maybe even 42,000. And, based on the relative strength index, that would not be overbuying for Bitcoin. So all around, man, definitely not a bad idea to perhaps load up on some Bitcoin now. I don't really know. Again, I'm not big into Bitcoin myself, but it definitely does look like a decent time to prepare for it to hit 40 or 41 here in the coming day or two. So that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more content coming out every single day. My name is Matt. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.